Okay, let's put this here and let's mix this again. What? Separated again? Ugh, emulsions are so difficult.
Hey dude, what's wrong?
My emulsions separated again. This is the fifth time I'm trying. I don't know what's wrong. It keeps separating. Oh, it's so annoying.
I know emulsions are difficult, it happens to me all the time. But I have found a trick that you might be interested. It may sound good to be true, but hear me out.
Oh, really? That's interesting. What is it? Tell me.
Oh yes, I discovered this easiest way of cream making. It only has water and an emulsifier. You don't even have to use oil. Imagine those people who hate putting oil in their faces. They'll be really happy. So let me show you actually. Hey everybody, hope you liked that little sketch. Yes, last week I mentioned about making a big video all about cream making. Unfortunately, this week has been really busy for me. I got lots of orders and also wholesale orders and I'm just running around. So I didn't manage to make the recording of all kinds of creams. But I actually come across this what they call water gels, which doesn't even look like a gel. They're actually creams that you can make it just using water and emulsifier. You don't even have to use oil, which is really good for people who hate oils. But it's flexible enough to incorporate oil and other actives if you wanted to. So it acts as a really base formula for you to start experimenting using these water gel creams. So what enables this is actually two types of emulsifiers. One, which is a very common Oliven 1000, and the other one is polyalcohol 2W. I also tried Montano 202, but Montano 202 doesn't thicken and makes a nice creamy texture as the other two. So today I'm going to show you both of them. Hello, welcome to Zyber Organics channel. My name is Tunane, and if you're new here, I teach all about cosmetics, and I also have my own brand called Zyber Organics, where I make candles and sell skincare. Anyway, without further ado, let me show you how to make these base gel water gel creams. Okay, so this is polyalcohol 2W and this is Oliven 1000. You can get polyalcohol 2W. I got it from soap maker stores because I'm back in the UK. You can also get it from Formulator Sample Shop in the US. So I think also Alexmo Cosmetics have this. So if you're in Europe, you can order from that. I'm not sure who supplies in Asia, so you might need to search for that. And this is the Oliven 1000. This is very available all around the place. So these two actually is very similar in the texture. The only difference that what I found when I make the creams with Oliven 1000, it has, when you do this way that I'm going to show you now, this does have a little bit of white cast, but it disappears like after a couple of days. But when you first do it, Oliven 1000 gives a little bit of white cast issue, where polyalcohol 2W doesn't. And the reason is this one has a glyceryl stearate in here, which is a very low HLB self-emulsifying agent. So that's why so basically the HLB value is quite low than this one. Another thing about polyalcohol 2W, it's also biodegradable as Oliven 1000, and it's also EcoCert and Cosmos approved as these. So they are very similar ingredients. As you can see, they're both flake texture. And here the two textures I've done with both of them. So as you can see, it's a very nice cream, and let me just show it to you as well. It doesn't drop, it's very nice, and the percentages is around 5%, which I'm going to show you now. So as you can see, very nice cream texture and very smooth like this. You can see it, very light, and then it just disappears. It's very super light because it's water basically. You're getting this very beautiful cream texture. This is with polyalcohol and this is with Oliven 1000. As you can see, it doesn't drop. I'm shaking, that's why. And you can see it here as well. It's very beautiful cream texture. And again, from here, it's very bouncy. It's like a whipped cream basically. It's so very soft, very airy, super light. As you can see, because Oliven 1000, it does leave a little bit of white cast, although I put too much on my hand here. So, but it goes away, and the texture is really nice, and there's no oil in these, and you can literally make this, you know, without any oil, if those of you who hate oils, basically. But let me show you. So I got 2 beakers. Let's start measuring one of them. So we're gonna use 5%, 5 gram for both of them. This is a 100 gram batch. So we're gonna add 5 grams for this recipe, which is 5%. So this is polyalcohol. So let's add 5 grams. That's done. And let's put the Oliven 1000. So 5 gram Oliven 1000, 5 gram polyalcohol. So to make them different, I'm going to add a little bit of coloring so that we know that they are different. Green powder to the Oliven 1000 so that we know, because they will look exactly the same. So just to make a difference. Okay, so once we added these, what I'm going to show you next is actually we need to melt these. So we're going to melt it and then add the hot water. Okay, so that's one. Now that this is Oliven 1000, now that it's melted, let's add the water for 100 grams. So what is actually really good here, what we need to do is to get this a really bit of cream, we need to get on my homogenizer. So with the homogenizer, this will become a nice cream. So let me just get my homogenizer. Let me show you. Okay, so as you can see, it's now become, it's gonna thicken up now. So we're gonna keep stirring until it really cools down. So you can see as it's thickening up. Yeah, so let it cool down, but and then what we're going to do, we're gonna do the other one, the polyalcohol. So let me just bring that. I have the polyalcohol. I'm just gonna put another 95 grams of water. Now homogenize it. Okay, so you can see here, this is the Oliven is thickening up, so it's becoming, you can see it like a more cream-like, and this is the polyalcohol. We still need to keep them cooling, because they're still very hot. So I'm just gonna give them a bit of time and the cool down, and I'll show you how they are look after the final texture. I think the ideally next day is check the texture, but once they're a little bit cool, you can still able to see how they look. So I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, so after good half an hour of cooling down, both of them are ready. So this is, let's just empty it here. This is the polyalcohol, as you can see. It's still a little bit liquid, but it's creamed up really nicely. You can see that nice cream thick, whipped. You can see the peak forms like that. So it's really beautiful. This is with the 5 gram polyalcohol, 5 polyalcohol 2W. So as you can see, it's become a really nice peaks forming cream. This is the Oliven 2000, this is Oliven 1000. So let's empty that as well. That's also formed a really nice cream texture too. As you can see, this one has a really nice texture, bouncy, very super light cream. And there are a lot of things you can do. You can use this as a base, but I will give you full guidance, and I'll show you how they work as well. So very nice. And this is the other one as well. You can see it here. They're both very nice creams, and they're like ultra soft, ultra texture, nice texture. So now let me show you how you use them as a base to make your own creams without using oil. Okay, so this is the Oliva 1000. As you can see, it's a really beautiful texture cream. It's still a bit liquid. It will become a full cream texture by tomorrow, but as you can see, it's super light. It's really beautiful, outstanding cream. This is the one with the polyalcohol. Because as you can see, it has a nice creamy bouncy texture that you can use it. Okay, so this is how you make it basically. There's just no oil and it's just 5-gram emulsifier and the rest is water. So what can you do with if you wanted to like build up this, right? So if you want to make it like a full cream, you can, well, it's already a cream, but if you want to make it a little bit thicker, maybe you can add some oil, because sometimes oils make these just maybe around 10%, 10-gram oil. It will also make it thicker. If you don't want to add oil, you can also use gum. So you use around 0.8 to 0.5 to 0.5 to 1% xanthan gum. It really thicken. This is gonna get really thick. And you can also use butters. You can also use waxes, or you can combine them with other emulsifiers as well. So if you want to make it a little bit more thick. But this is a very nice, like airlight texture. What also you can do, just so don't forget, because we heated this, you have to add your actives after the cool down phase, after the cool down. So once this is really cooled down, then you can add like hyaluronic acid, you can add niacinamide, you can add caffeine. For example, this will make really nice eye cream where you can add some peptides and you can add some 2% caffeine, and it'll become a nice eye cream that you can do it without any oil. So if you're worried about like putting oil in around their eyes. Also don't forget, you need to add if you want to add some fragrance, you can add oil soluble actives. That's hence the beauty of this, this beauty of doing this with these emulsifiers. You can also add like retinol if you want to. You can add vitamin C. You can add like peptides. And don't forget, you need to, if you're adding any sort of oil, add your vitamin E around 1 gram, 1%. Then add your preservative to preserve your cream, around 1% as well. Those are standard anyway. So vitamin E and preservative is a must-have if you want to use this in the long term. Yeah, so these textures, especially the polyalcohol one, is really, really beautiful. I mean, look at that beautiful bouncy texture that you got. That's a really nice, I can even put it under my keyring, you can see it here. It's really, really quite light, you can see it. And there's no greasiness, and as you can see, it's gone as well. It's very light, there's no white cast, and this is the one with Oliva 1000. So Oliva 1000 has a white cast issue, so you might leave a little bit of like white cast. So what can you do to reduce the white cast in this case? You can add glyceryl stearate, or you can add emollients that are sort of silicone and silicone alternatives that reduces the white cast issue, or add low HLB reducing emulsifiers like Oliva 900 or glyceryl stearate. These will help with getting rid of the white cast issue. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And again, thanks for watching, and please again don't forget to vote for me in the best lip product for my lip mask, link in the below, so I really appreciate that. Until then, see you next time, take care, bye.